So hello YouTube, today I'd like to do a video on the Kriss Defiance 22 LR AR15. The rifle is made by Kriss, the same guys who make the Kriss Vector submachine gun, so they do have a bit of experience with making firearms. So what sets this 22 LR rifle above the rest? Say such as the Smith & Wesson 1522 or the GSG variants of AR-15 style rifles, because as we all know that the market is flooded with AR-15 style 22 LR rifles. Well, for starters, the rifle has a full aluminium upper and lower receiver, and I believe that the receiver is built to the same standard as the 5.56 version AR-15s, which is nice, and that's the same with the lower as well. Okay, there's no plastic parts on this rifle, which is a nice touch. It's all metal. The only plastic parts you do have is obviously the pistol grip and the buttstock. The rifle has a 13-inch free floating barrel, which improves greatly with accuracy. It has a working dust cover, as you can see, and it also has a working forward assist. And the only other rifle I can think of that has a working forward assist is the Tip & Arms. So this is quite unique when it comes to a 22 LR rifle. Okay, as you can see there on the bolt, you've got the cutouts there for the forward assist to work. It has a mil-spec aluminium charging handle, so I do believe that this rifle can change, can be used 5.56mm AR-15 charging handles in it. Okay. And it has a mil-spec buffer tube as well. The thing that I like about the Kriss Defiance buttstock, which is a bit different because it's not the standard AR-15 buttstock. It has a nice rubber butt plate at the back, and it also has got some nice little stippling here. So if you're shooting on the bench, you can hold it like that, and it just gives you a little bit more accuracy. A little bit more grip, sorry. Okay, it is a 6-position buttstock, just like any other standard AR-15 really. 6 position, you can change it for your length of pull, so it's great if you've got some shorter shooters or taller shooters. Okay, the pistol grip is that comes with the rifle is a Kriss pistol grip. It's quite nice. I don't feel like I'm going to want to change that out, to be honest with you, but if you do want to change it out, you can change it out with most other AR-15 pistol grips. Okay, so the nice thing about this rifle as well, it has a bolt hold open. It has a bolt hold open, as you can see there, and it also has a last round hold open as well. Okay, so if you put the magazine in, it is clear. The bolt stays to the rear, which is a nice little touch. It has a nice thick barrel, nice heavy barrel. It's not a pencil barrel, it's a nice heavy barrel, and it's a 4140 chrome moly barrel. The rifle does come with iron sights, flip up iron sights. You've obviously got your front sight and your rear sight. It's sort of an aperture at the rear, and you have your front post at the front sight. Okay, I had to move mine forward just so I could fit the scope onto the rifle. Okay, so the rifle also comes with one magazine. You can either get it in a 10-round magazine or a 15-round magazine. Mine came with the 15-round. They're nice mags. They're obviously built to mimic the 5.56 P mags, the remags, which is, they're quite nice quality build. You can strip them down to clean them. They do feel nice and solid. I don't believe you're going to break that if you drop it. But the good thing about this rifle is that you can use 15-22 magazines in this rifle as well. And the last bolt round hold open works on them as well. But I have heard as well that you get a little bit extra reliability with the Smith & Wesson magazines than what you do get with the actual Kriss magazines. And I'll come on to that in a bit. Okay, another nice feature about this rifle I didn't mention earlier was that the barrel are actually interchangeable with Ruger 1022 barrels. So you can change out the barrel. Say if you want to put an internally suppressed barrel on there, you can do that. I just think you need to get the adapter kit from Kriss. I have heard though that the carbon fibre barrels for the Ruger 1022 will not fit in this rifle. So bear that in mind. But if you wanted to put any other Ruger 1022 barrel in there, you could do that. Okay, but to be fair, with the standard of the barrel that the rifle's already got, I don't think I'm going to want to change that out. It's a nice barrel. So it's the question. It's the age-old saying of if it's not broke, don't fix it. Okay. So stripping the rifle is just like stripping any other AR-15. Pull the pin out, break it in half, take the charging handle out. I'm not going to take the charging handle all the way out, but the charging handle does come out. It's a mil-spec charging handle, and this is your bolt. Okay, and as you can see there, you've got your little cuts in there for the forward assist to work. Okay, and it's just like pretty much any other 22 AR bolt. It runs on these little guide rods here. Okay. But it's a nice hefty bolt, nice quality bolt. I have actually changed my bolt out with a titanium firing pin, just to make sure I don't have any problems with broken firing pins or anything like that. Okay, then it just slots back in there like that, as so. The actual trigger group inside the Kriss Defiance is changeable with other AR-15 trigger groups. So if you want to put the bigger barrel 5.56 trigger groups in there, you can. Okay. Safety is the same as any other AR-15. It's just got the safety switch there. Okay, and there's your bolt hard open there, just like any other AR-15, which, as you saw earlier, is functionable. I got the rifle in OD green Cerakoted, which is very nice. I wasn't originally going to get the OD green. I was looking for the black one. However, that's the only one they had left in the shop, because apparently these sell like hotcakes. So they literally only had this one left, so I decided to go for this one. And I'm pretty glad actually that I did. I quite like the OD green Cerakoted on it. It looks very nice. Okay. Another little feature I like about this rifle is just that, you see the logo there? The Kriss Defiance logo there, that looks very nice. Okay, so the rifle retails for standard Kriss, I think it's roughly about 850 for the black, and then for the different colour ones like this, the OD green or the FDE or the white one, you're looking at paying about 925 for it. Okay, so they're not cheap rifles, but in my personal, I really do think they're worth the money. Okay, the only problem I have had with the Kriss is with the last round hold open. When it starts to get dirty, then the last round hold open doesn't always engage, which can be a little bit annoying considering the price of the rifle. However, I have heard if you use the Smith & Wesson magazines that does rectify that problem, so it's not an end of the world. Okay, apart from that actual feeding of the rifle, I fired about 500 rounds for it. I've not had any stoppages or jams with it, and it's worked very well. That was used in SK Match and Center X rounds. So the reliability at the moment is quite good, apart from the last round hold open, which can be a little bit iffy every now and then. So would I go for this or Smith & Wesson as having both? I sold my Smith and I got this. I would definitely go for the Kriss Defiance over the Smith & Wesson. If you was thinking which one would you want to go for, just for the simple fact being the weight is very similar to the 5.56 variant of the rifle. I believe that it's a better built quality rifle with obviously the mil-spec aluminium and lower receivers. It has a functioning forward assist and a dust cover, a free floating barrel, which the Smith doesn't have, and just for the fact is that the barrels are so easy to change, which is a good thing. Pretty much it's a really nice rifle, this rifle, and I think it blows the Smith & Wesson out of the water in every possible way. So the only downside about this rifle really is that sometimes the bolt hold open doesn't always work, but you can rectify that with the Smith & Wesson magazines. And it is a little expensive. I mean, £900 odd for a rifle is not cheap by anybody's standards. But I do believe that little bit of extra money that you're paying is you're getting a lot better quality rifle than, say, over a Smith & Wesson, or definitely, say, like a GSG with those horrible pencil barrels. Okay, so I'll do some accuracy testing with this rifle soon. I've just been really plinking with it and stuff at the moment, and just breaking it in. So I haven't really got any accuracy information to give. However, yesterday when I was shooting it, it was doing quite well at 50 meters, and I did get at one point half an inch group at 50 meters. So I've got high hopes for this rifle, and I will try and get some more information out about this rifle as soon as I can. So thank you for watching, and have a good day.